Hey everyone, just give me a second while I get this set. Looks like it's in a good spot. I'm having some technical difficulties and I think I got them figured out. My lens cap wouldn't open on my phone. It's the strangest thing. It's making like this terrible noise. So, it's time for a new phone anyway because I need more storage. But, okay, let's get started. Hopefully I'm running now. It says I'm live. This is Sarah Fleming from Prepare to Die Papercrafts, and we're going to make something like this card today. We're going to do this a little bit different. We are going to do the watercolor background, but we're going to make our own stencil, a snowflake stencil, and then we're using the Smitten Mittens bundle for kind of the decoration on the card. So, but before we start, I have a ton of stuff to show you. I've been crafting like a mad woman. 'Tis the season, right? First, I want to show y'all, I got this rack card a couple of weeks ago, and I brought it up to show you in one of my live videos, and I totally buried it under some other stuff. This is from April Sarah Andrea. It's adorable and uses the Spooky Cat bundle, and I should have showed you before Halloween, but, well, I buried it. So, thank you, April, and I will have that up in the Random Act of Kindness card group. She sent me that for one of our events in that group. I love it. It's adorable. And, wait, where is she? I usually tell you where people are from. This one came from Delaware, so she's in Wilmington. Okay. Let's see. I have a video going up as soon as I get it edited, making some stuff for your Thanksgiving table. Little utensil holder. This is a candy thing that holds candy corn. And then a little name tag for your guests. So, I've got that video going up very soon. Like hopefully, I don't know, tomorrow or something. And then, let's see, I did some scrapbooking this weekend. Probably can't see the 2-page layout, but here's the first page. And then the second page. I was looking at this paper in the Christmas Around the World paper, and I thought, you know, that would be perfect for when we made gingerbread houses last year. So, I don't want you to think I am far ahead of the game and have already made gingerbread houses this year. Sadly, the font is retired, but everything else you can get. So, done with this one. What else have I been making? I'm making so much. I'm trying to remember what I can show you. Okay, so I made this. This hasn't gone on the blog yet because I still have to, cover this because I forgot to cover it. So I've got to cover that. That uses the At Home With You bundle. Let's see what else I've got. Oh, my Stamp-A-Stack, Merry Little Christmas Stamp-A-Stack. I'll give you a little sneak preview. I'll just go through these super fast. So these are the cards in the Merry Little Christmas Stamp-A-Stack. You have to sign up. It's by mail, and you have to sign up no later than the 10th, I believe. So it's the 10th. It might be the 18th. Well, I think it's the 10th because I have to be able to get everything ordered. And it ships on the 30th, but they're really fast cards, so you'll be able to get them done in plenty of time to get your Christmas cards out. But I think it's $31 or $32, and you're getting at least that much in products. I should have looked it up before I got on here. Well, I'll show you that in a minute. I also have this one that'll go up on the blog later this week that uses the Stampin' Blends. I've actually been doing stuff without the Stamping Blends a lot, so kind of crazy. And then I did this one. This one was on the blog yesterday. That one was fun. That one was very popular, which kind of surprised me because I was like, this is okay, but people really liked it, so there you go. And I did this one with the Christmas Sweaters stamp set and Teeny Tiny Wishes. I think overseas it's called Teeny Tiny Sentiments, but in America it's called Teeny Tiny Wishes. So, let's see, Stampin' Blends Marker Club, the blends. Sign up for that ends on the 10th. Hi Donna, nice to see you. All the way from Australia. Oh yeah, the sweaters. I love these sweaters. They're so cute. I'm like, I would totally wear this. Yeah, so I think, oh, and then the last one I want to show you is this. I was pretty happy with this one. This was really, hi Vivian. I didn't say hi. I just commented on your comment. Hello Vivian. Yeah, so I made this one for a challenge, which I really loved. And this was just straight up watercoloring. I laid down Island Indigo, and then I put Bermuda Bay, and then I did Fresh Fig. And I'm kind of using the same technique for our background today. And then I heat embossed over it, but we're going to use embossing paste over it today. And then, I don't think you can see this, but I've got like a ton of Wink of Stella on the branches here. And I have lots of little dots of Wink of Stella all over. So you got lots of little shiny snowflakes. And I think that's all I have to show you today. I mean, that was a lot though. I even had scrapbooking thrown in there. Okay, but this is what we're going to do today. And we're going to start, well, we're going to start with our watercolor background, and then we're going to make a stencil. So let's do the watercolor first, because I'm going to give that a little bit of time to make sure it's set before we make our stencil. So I've got watercolor paper. This is not Stampin' Up! Watercolor paper. I'm out of that, and so this is just some cheap stuff that I have that I've gotten something red on. Oh well. Alright, so I'm just washing it with a little bit of water, just a little, not the whole thing, just kind of parts of it. And I'm going to lay down some garden green, which y'all know is one of my least favorites, but I'm trying to use it more just for lack of a better green for Christmas. Just for lack of gumball green. I'll never get over gumball green, and I'm still hoping they bring it back in April, because I'm really hoping for a color refresh when we get new colors. Okay, so I'm just, I wet down the area I wanted, and then my water brush was, if I squeezed a little more, this would spread on its own mostly, but that doesn't matter. So I'm just kind of coloring on the spots that were already wet, and then I'm gonna, because I don't have the patience, and I just like watching paint dry, I'm going to go ahead and dry it with my heat tool so we can do the next color. So give me a second for that. Now Donna, you're a demonstrator in Australia. Are you going to on stage this week? I think Vivian would have told me if she were going. And I'm not going. I'm very sad, but the timing was just really lousy this time. Oh, that's not dry. Well, it's dry enough. Just stick my hand on it and dry it a little bit. So, oh, first time for on stage. On stage is so much fun. You're gonna have a blast. It's a little bit overwhelming. It's so much fun. I took my team member Pam last April, and she hadn't been. Okay, so now I covered a different area in water, and now I'm going to do lemon lime twist on that. So Pam hadn't been before, and I think she was pretty overwhelmed because we were doing Erica Serwin's after party, and it was all stamping, and we got our stuff and sat down. She's like, no, I'm cool. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to take all my stuff home and do it at another time, but I think I'm done stamping for the day because we did a lot of stamping. She's like, I'm done. So it can be a little bit overwhelming. I hope she doesn't mind me telling that. I thought it was fun and funny. Okay, so lay down a little bit of lemon lime twist. You're going to the Gold Coast. That'd be fun. So one of my dreams is to go to Australia one of these days. So, okay, so I'm going to dry that part and then put down a little bit of Island Indigo. I just don't have the patience to sit there and wait for stuff to dry. You get a totally different look if you wait for it to dry, but I think that the look that you get without waiting for it to dry is great. The other look is great too. I just don't have the patience for that. Like, ain't nobody got time for that? this one spot. Okay. And I'm going to blot up the rest of it with my baby wipe. Okay. So, and then if your paper starts to warp, it's not, hang on, it's not dry at all. It looks dry. But see, when you get your fingerprints all over it and your fingers all over it, it just gives you some extra dimension and texture. Okay, so I can't remember where I was going with that thought. So I'm going to do just a little bit more, and this time it's Island Indigo, which is one of my very favorite Stampin' Up! Colors, and I have been neglecting it. Look how rich and beautiful that is. It's got just a hint of green, and it's deep, and Vivian, okay, so y'all, Vivian hand dyes yarn, and she's amazing. She has an amazing eye for color. Hillview Yarns is her store, and she's on Etsy, and she does ship internationally. But so Vivian has this color called Lagoon, and it reminds me very much of Island Indigo, and so I love it. I love Island Indigo. And yes, I've knitted with Vivian's Lagoon color, and it's fantastic. Okay. Yes, Donna, I love it too. Oh, you can't wait. You are so... I see part of your words are behind my camera stand, so I can only see part of what you said. But yeah, on stage is a ton of fun. I think I'm going to try to talk Vivian into going in April, because I think Vivian would love it. Vivian's like, stop talking about me. Probably. I don't know. Okay, so I'm drying the Island Indigo. This is basically how I did the background on that one watercolor card I showed y'all. That one was a popular one. I put that one on the blog today. Okay, so my watercolor paper is starting to kind of bow up, kind of buckling. But that's okay, because number one, I'm going to use the Tombow glue, and it's so strong, and it can handle it. And then also, if you turn it over and kind of hit it on the back side, it'll kind of flatten out a lot for you. So that's something I've been doing a lot recently, is just hitting the back side of it. And it flattens out some. And if I had more patience, it would probably flatten out more, but I don't have more patience. Okay, so, ooh, pretty background. And now, I'm going to make sure I don't have anything on there. I'm just going to put some dots on here, dots of water, and I'm going to let them sit while we start on our stencil. And then whatever's left when we get back, I'll blot up with the baby wipe, and this is going to leave like kind of some bleached spots. I think it's called watercolor lifting, but I can never get a straight Google answer on that. Okay, so we're going to make a stencil. I used the Pattern Party decorative masks on this one, and I really liked this look, but I already had it in my mind before I set up for the video that I wanted to make this stencil, and I wanted to show y'all how to make it, so I didn't pre-make it just to make the other card. Okay, so you're going to need a big shot to make a stencil. And I have dies. And I'm going to put the dies down first, and then I'm going to put them on upside down with the cutting facing up. And so I'm just going to space them out. Let's see. This is from the Trim Your Stocking. This is Seasonal Layers. This is whatever goes in the Snowflake Sentiments bundle, whatever the die set is in that. That's what that one's from. And these are from Seasonal Layers, I believe. This is from the Snowflake Sentiments one. It's probably like, I don't know what it is. Okay, so I'm going to, and then I have a piece of our window sheets, and I cut it to 6 by 6. I figured that'd be a good size for my stencil. And we're going to have to run this through the Big Shot a few times. And I'm sorry, I had to turn off video stabilization on my phone, because when I had it on, it kept flipping my videos sideways. And then that takes forever in editing. Okay, so I got these. They don't look like they're popping out yet, so I'm going to put them back on again. Uh-oh. Oh no, my die's moved. Okay, we're gonna do it this way. Turn it over and do it the other side. Let me see if I can get any of it. I can't get any of these out. Oh, I should have tried this ahead of time. I've done this before, so it's just a matter, and I'll probably have to just put in a shim. Okay, that one's on. This is a terrible how-to, but that's okay. Y'all love me anyway, right? At least some of you do. Some of you are probably like, love is a strong word, Sarah. Okay. Okay. That one, I think, is on. This one is not. And I might have to just start over on a different piece because you know what? I can't see because I'm facing away from the, because my big shot is covering the light. Ugh. I don't know why I didn't run it through. Okay, I'm not going to try to do that. I'm going to get a new piece. I almost dumped all of mine. I have another 6x6 right here. They come in 12x12, and so I cut it down. Okay. Okay. The reason I'm cutting down, or cutting this way, upwards, is number one, so I can see exactly where it's going to cut, because I've got these that you can't see on the back what they're going to cut. And also, with the detailed dies, I find that easier. I might have put my cutting plate in the wrong way for that. So let's see what happens. I hear cutting going on. Yeah, the window sheets are harder to cut, but I've been able to do it, so I think one thing is just to run it through several times. And I might stick in a piece of card. Oh, it's too late for that. Okay, if I do it slowly. Nope, it came right off. So let's see what happens. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, plan B. Plan B, plan B. I'm going to do it just with Whisper White. It won't be that reusable, but we can do it. And if Whisper White doesn't work, then we're just going to use the mask that I already have. I just wanted a snowflake stencil. This is what happens when you try to do stuff live on video and you haven't tested it. You end up kind of messing it up. It's okay. Hopefully y'all will forgive me. And you know what's cool is when I put this on YouTube, I can edit that out. Okay, that one cuts so much better. I'm going to run it through again. I'm sorry for the shaking. It's because my camera was not. And I'm going to run it through one more time with the plate upside down. Okay. Okay, now we've got lots of good snowflakes. And then I want to do it one more time with, I want to do it one more time to cover the rest of this. I don't have to cover all of it. I just want to make sure I've covered at least the 6x6. I'm not a fan of that because of how much space there is in the middle, but we'll see how it works. It might look cool. Nope, that's the same snowflake. Oh, can't put them right together. This one there. Put this one here. See, I lost someone because this is not the best. Not the best how-to. That's okay. Okay. Well, that's all the big shotting we're doing today anyway, so. Nope, I have to run it through one more time because I only ran it through once and so it didn't cut everything. Okay. So, anyone have anything exciting going on? Everyone here is sick except me. My husband got this nasty cough, and then he gave it to all the kids. And it's hit him and the baby the worst. For a while I was thinking she might have croup, and she did spike a fever last night, but she's not barking. She's just coughing. But the fever wasn't there this morning, so hopefully... Okay. You are going to come out whether you want to or not. I'll just cut that guy out. Wait, how can you... You're not even detailed. How are you not coming out? We'll just use the other end of the stencil if these don't come out. We need a snowflake stencil. I need to put that in the suggestion box for Stampin' Up! Because I really want a snowflake stencil, so I don't have to do this. Okay, done with a big shot. I'm going to come in here and see if I can poke this guy out with my snips. Okay, so I'm spending way more time on cutting the stencil than I expected to. So if you're watching live, I'm really sorry. Okay, we're not going to use that part because that's going to come out terribly. Okay, we have a background. Oh, look, it dried, and it dried with our nice little spots. Vivian says she's learning from my mistakes. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Don't do what I do. Do other things besides what I do. Okay, so I have the embossing paste here. And I have my, this is not my favorite knife, but I can't find my favorite knife. I like the one with the little triangular tip, so, but I'm just going to spread this on. And I want it to go on kind of thin. This would work better through, this will work better through a, oh, I hope I didn't get any through that ugly one over there. This will work better through acetate, through like a window sheet. But right now we're going with this. And it'll still, look at that. Oh, all that work was good for something at least. Except I'm going to wipe this part off because that's kind of just a funky partial snowflake. Okay, can y'all see it? Yep, all good. Ah, so cute. Okay, so I love the embossing paste. And, oh, and since I'm just going to throw this thing away, I'm gonna, I don't have to wash it, and I probably couldn't, because it's paper. So I definitely couldn't. I want y'all to know that I do know you can't wash paper. So, I'll clean off my little blade, and then we will do our other things, and then put our card together. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for a minute, because the embossing paste does take a little bit of time to dry. And, okay. Let's see, what are we making? We're making this. Okay. Okay, so Smitten Mittens. All right, so I'm using Smitten Mittens and then the Mini Mittens framelets, and you can get those together in a bundle for 10% off. It's actually one of my favorites this year. Okay, and I've already cut and stamped most things, but I do have a little stamping to do because I figured I don't want to do a stamping video and not show you any stamping. So I've got Real Red, which is also one of my very favorites. And this like elastic cuff is one of the stamps in the Smitten Mittens. So I'm just going to stamp that right on the cuff of this red one. And then I've got Smitten on the other side. That's also one of the stamps. Stamp this down low on the mitten. Super cute. And I'm going to put the red on top of the white, so we have a little Fair Isle, or a little stranded knitting anyway. And where is my glue? Okay. So I'm going to glue this on, and I'm not going to be really careful about not getting it through. Ugh. I also wasn't careful about not getting it on my grid paper, so I'll need to wipe that off. But I'm not going to be careful with where I put the glue. I want it to seep. I want it to seep over onto the white. Come on! but I don't want it to get on my other card. Okay, I'll show you in a second why I want this to seep. Okay, let's get the, I don't want glue actually on the red, but I do want it in the white areas showing behind the red. Okay, I'll clean this copious amount of glue off my hands. And then I've got my dazzling diamonds here, the glitter. We also have silver and gold, but for this you would want dazzling diamonds. And I'm going to sprinkle it over here. And so I don't have glue on all of the parts, but I have a lot of glue in between and a little on top, and that's fine because you have a mitten that looks like it has been out in the snow and gotten some frost on it, and that's the look we're going for there. So the glue is going to catch any of that glitter, or the glitter is going to catch on any of the open spots of glue, is what I should have said. Okay, throwing that on the floor, because that's the way we get stuff out of our way, is we just chuck it on the floor. Okay, let me wipe that up so we don't, should do that with a dry baby black, but okay, so let's see how our embossing paste is doing. It's good. It's still a little sticky, but that's all right. We can put stuff on it. Okay, so I'm going to put the smitten one down first. Oh wait, I should glue it onto the card base first. So, oh wait, you put the glue on this piece. I guess I could put it on the card base, but that's not the intention. Okay. I'm just going to hold this here for a second. And I'm trying not to get my fingers on the embossing paste because I don't want to accidentally pull any of it off. But actually it's pretty dry now, so I should be all right. Okay. I glued it on slightly crooked, but you get the point. You get what you're supposed to do. Never do what Sarah does, y'all. Okay. And, okay, so we're going to put that down, we're going to put that on dimensionals. I'm a lots of dimensionals girl, so your mileage may vary on how many dimensionals you use. Oh, I hate to cover up these snowflakes because that really turned out pretty cute. I am gonna make myself a stencil with one of those acetate sheets. I'm gonna force that thing to work. I think I probably just needed some more shims, but it is hard. Maybe if I got out my precision base plate. I find that I don't need it for very many things, but that might have been one of the things I should have used it for. Okay, we're gonna put this one here with the frost on it. Hopefully other people will know what you're going for when you're... I've lost my dimensionals that I just had in my hand. There they are. Hopefully other people will get that you're going for the frost idea. And if they don't, well, you didn't intend it for them anyway. Okay, so I've got dimensionals there. I'm going to put one right. No, that's good. And then I'm going to glue the rest. Everything is sticking to me today. That's okay. So I'm going to put some glue here because I know that's where it's going. And then take off my backings. And I just want to make sure this doesn't go over the edge. I put the other one on the other card. I put it down over the edge, and then I had to kind of force my dimensionals off to... Okay, so I've got somewhere, I have, oh, I'll just use this one that I just cut out. So one of these snowflakes, I'm going to grab a rhinestone, just a plain old rhinestone. Okay. Stick it right in the middle of this thing. Usually I press that down a little with my snips. And then I'm going to glue it right where the mittens join together. That's a good spot. And then done. That should not have taken as long as it did, but there's our card. So I do definitely like it with the snowflake background. I think that's a lot of fun. So thanks for joining me today. Thank you for your comments. I love comments. And if y'all have any questions or anything, just let me know and I'll answer any comments that I get. And so there's our card. Thanks for joining me. I will see y'all next week, right? Next week? Yes. Okay. It's Thanksgiving week. I won't be here. But, oh, thanks, Donna. I just now saw your very pretty comment. I don't know when you said it, but thank you. So, thanks for joining me. I'll be here next week, and I'll see you then. Bye.